Hi guys, I'm Ko, and we're about maybe like just 3 days away from the event ending, and I wanted to try to get all the raids done in one day on one of my alt characters. I have a friend who's going to be joining me for most of the raids, but we are going to be queuing up at randoms and seeing what we can accomplish. We're going to be starting off with Gargantua, and we're going to be going Pure Sun. Luckily, my friend's going to be starting off with the Ninetales, and I'm just going to be praying that someone else has a Murkrow, as that's the most common, pretty much common mon most people will have for the raid. This isn't really much more of a guide, as it more is just a challenge for me to try to knock all these raids out on my alt in one day. This is going to be rough. It's later in the event. Most people have these done, but we're going to see how it goes. Alright guys, it's been like 10 minutes, but we finally got a queue. And we're going to start this Gargantua raid. Luckily, I see a lot of Sunmons. Not starting off with a Tailwind. Looks like Gliscor hopefully is going to Tailwind. That'd be cool. We are full health, so we're just gonna go Eruption. I also threw a berry on my dude so he would eat through the turn 1 para. The Ninetales don't really need them because they're gonna be holding on to the Dry Stone or Sun Rock. I didn't see what the Gligar did yet, so I'm assuming it's just slow. Oh no, is that the full turn? Oh, wow, I can't believe so many of us survived turn 1. Well, my Eruption is dead. I'm going to just risk an Overheat. We land the Overheat. Honestly, I should have a Flamethrower on this guy, but he's just like a random Typhlosion I had for gym runs. I've yet to see what this Gliscor has done. Oh, he's doing Earthquake. Oh, even though it's not going to be super effective against the Gargantua, it is staying around and getting a little chip damage here and there, so it's something. We only have 2 Murkrows, so we only have 2 Tailwinds. I think what we'll do is we'll probably save those Tailwinds until we see Gargantua has a significant speed bonus on us. We'll use 1 Tailwind to match it, and then another Murkrow to haze it. And that way we can keep the speed advantage in the later game. Very good. Luckily, at least one of the guys here, he brought a lot of Fire Mons. I mean, the other guy has some Fire Mons too. He's been on his Gliscor for forever. So I'm feeling pretty confident in this. As long as his Mons can just get hits in, even if we're all dead, we should easily sweep this. This is not a hard raid. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to bring in my Murkrow here in this turn, and I'm going to put up a Tailwind. That will keep us in the same range as these guys. And then maybe on, we'll see when we bring out the second Murkrow, maybe like around turn 5 for the Haze. Yeah, because this would be turn 3. That'll give us Tailwind to the end. 1, 2, 2 more turns. We'll get -1 each turn. Oh, no, it's -2 each turn. So right now we're still neutral. Yeah, so I think Haze will probably be turn 5, but I might ask for it sooner. We'll put Tailwind up, which neutralizes this -2 penalty that we're getting. Oh, 07 Murkrow. This guy is still on his Gargantua, or the Gliscor. Hurricane. We have Sun Up. Why would you go Hurricane? Oh no, you got Hurricaned. Okay, my bad. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my Charizard for last, even though I really want to make sure I get Sun on him. But the fact of the matter is he's going to... he's just my fastest Mon. So I just want to make sure that I can get a hit in on him like at the very end if we really need it. Flamethrower. What's nice now, at least, is the 2 ads for Gargantua are flying, so that Earthquake is only going to be hitting the Gargantua, so we don't have to worry about like spread damage. Nice, he lands with Blast Burn. Yeah, and this dude still has a whole lineup of just, oh, I was looking at the wrong character. Yeah, this guy actually doesn't have any Firemons. He doesn't have a single Firemon. That's alright. We'll get... He's gonna be under 20% next turn. Alright, so yeah, I think we will do Murkrow turn 5. We can let that get one more speed boost. Because Gargantua was pretty slow. Oh, it's a special defense boost. That's fine too. Let that fit. So yeah, we'll just go pure damage this round. Then we will go Haze and damage next round. We could probably just go pure damage. I mean, I guess you can go Murkrow now and Haze the special defense off, so make sure that we all hit cap. But yeah, because even if just 3 of us hit cap, we will win. Special attack, physical attack. Yeah, I like the Haze here. Earth Power. Man, this guy's focusing too much on the fact that it's electric type and not that it's a bug type. And not that, and this is just getting neutral damage. Alright, well, he's at 0.3. It's going to be really hard for us to lose here. Ugh. Another reason why you don't bring ground types is because the thing is going to keep Giga draining them and gaining health back. But 2.8 is nothing to worry about. Ice cream's gone. And we still have a turn of sun left, which is really nice. And we're just going to do our final attack here. Flamethrower, I think, is probably just the preferred fire move to use here, unless you're going for physical for most of the time, then, like, you know, your flare blitz and things like that. Alright. And that is the Gargantua raid done. We're going to catch this guy here. I'm going to set up for the next raid. And make sure I use the Pokeball. And I will be right back. I might look through the stats first before we take a break. Oh, quirky, huh? Yeah. Okay. Alright, but hey, we got it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next raid. Alright guys, here we are at the Bayonet raid. I was in queue for about maybe like 5 minutes for this one. It wasn't too bad. For this one, we're pretty much going to go hard sun again. My friend is bringing a Murkrow. You don't need a Murkrow for this fight, but he needed the OT requirement. So what we're going to do is we're going to have that Murkrow hit a defog on the Bayonet. So we can hopefully make sure like the other Fire Blast and things like that just have a better chance of hitting, depending on what other mons are using. We have interesting team comps. I mean, the Ghost type will work. I'm not sure what their plans are with these two or the Venusaur, but you know, people are just trying to use whatever they can to get the raids in. And these early ones, it's really not an issue. Although this T-Tar actually ruined our sun, now that I'm thinking about it, and took away our sun. So we actually do not have our sun boost. Hopefully if Ninetales lives, maybe we could switch it out to the Murkrow, since like it's the least mon we need anyway on him. So yeah, that'd be great, man. Champion, if you can switch to Murkrow and then bring Ninetales out next turn, that way we can get a sun back. Venusaur. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get that there. I'm just gonna have to go for Flare Blitz. It's not gonna be good damage, but the T-Tar kind of screwed us. But I can understand why they brought it. It's a dark type. People who probably weren't looking at like, you know, different strats and things like that are just bringing what they think is the best thing for type advantage. So you can't really fault probably a newer player not knowing. Although things are going to be much better once we get our sun back up. Hopefully we can recover and get the proper damage in. Ooh. Oof. It's a shame. Even the T-Tar's Crunch only got a 4.5. So if we're bringing Sun back in this turn, I think we're bringing Charizard to get solar powered attack in.
Absol.
Alright, well now that we have Sun activated, let's shoot with a Flamethrower. Let's see what we can get. I am curious what Venusaur is going to do. Maybe Weather Ball. Curse bodied my Charizard, but you know, I'm sure Charizard will be going down. And let's see what we got. 4.1, 5.9, 7.1 Shadow Ball. I almost wonder if doing this with randoms, it would be better to bring more Dark and Ghost type mons. Two of us with the Sun team can still do it, but as long as we have Sun, without the Sun, there's a pretty big damage decrease. I have 3 mons left. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna pull this one through. So we're not probably not going to be getting caps on a lot of these attacks right now. They did attack the Hydreigon. Maybe it was just a misclick. We did get burned on Bayonet, which is nice. That will maybe keep my Heatran alive. Yeah, cool. Heatran gets one more turn in. So that leaves me with 2 more Fire Mons I can use after this turn. I'm gonna go for an eruption here, right? No, Heatran actually lost too much health, so we're just gonna stick the flamethrower. Alright, yeah, so it was a misclick last turn because he attacked Bayonet with the Petal Dance. Got a 5.8 too off the... Oh, that's Fiery Dance. Where is Venusaur? Giga Drain for 1.3, but at least I was on Bayonet. I've been really regretting, or trying to hold bringing out my Darmanitan with the +3 defense that it has. But it's not like we have any way of getting rid of that currently. So I might as well just bite the bullet. Oh, am I going to get a 3rd turn with Heatran? Okay. That's really helpful. Oh, here's that new mechanic. Venusaur's been in play too long. I would almost think Shadow Ball probably better than Flamethrower for the Chandelure here. I'm not sure what item you're holding on it. Oh my god, my Flamethrower is disabled. No! Specs, and yeah, I'd go Shadow Ball. Because that should just hit Cap. It wouldn't let you click Shadow Ball? Oh, it has Imprison. Okay. I forgot it did in a prison. We can't use any move that it has. So it probably has Shadow Ball, so therefore you can't use yours. Um, 23.5. My eruption is not going to be doing the best. Alright, it's no longer burned. This is a tough call because my eruption is not going to do anything. I am too low health for eruption to pull out any significant damage, and flamethrower is still disabled. I guess my best bet is to use this and see if I can't get a special defense drop off of the earth power. This Gengar's probably trying to figure out what it could do because it can't use Shadow Ball. Yeah, only 1.8 for the earth power, and I do not get the special defense drop like I was hoping. Venom Shot got a 0.7. Heatran finally goes down. Shadow Ball, but we did curse body his Shadow Ball. So if the others have any ghost Pokemon, at least they won't get one capped by that. Alright, well, Nidoqueen's still up. It's not one of our heaviest hitters. Yeah, 0.8. But, I guess it's something. We have 14.3 left. This is going to be horrible damage with that +3 defense.
Man, I'm a...
4.1. Man, Darmanitan is such a beast, bro. Like, even with so many cards are stacked against him, he still pulls up pretty relative damage. Well, we left Eruption on the Typhlosion, or the Heatran. Hopefully there's a backup fire move on Heatran. You got a flamethrower on it? Okay, so we're cool. Heatran, if we're lucky, we'll get like 3 to 4 turns like mine did. Although, I mean, we do win next turn regardless. But still still be cool to see Heatran just like ride the rest of this fight out. Oh, Bayonet, you're so crushed. Look at you, 0.8. You barely standing there, bro. You about to go to your second afterlife.
Absol.
Flamethrower. Oh, Magmortar, my Magmortar gets the kill. He's better than all of you. He's the champ. Alright, throw a Pokeball. Alright. Oh, Jolly Bayonet's not terrible. Actually, that's pretty dog. The water, it's a slow mon. I don't know. Even with 31 speed, 31 attack, 31 HP, and it's female, so I could breed this up. That's actually... I'm actually kind of happy with this one. The nature I'll probably try to change though. But I'm happy with this. Alright, let's move on to the next raid. Alright, here we are at the Hypno-Q raid. The big thing with this one is making sure that we can get the Trick Room off in time. Being that we don't have a super, like, thought together group here that I'm gonna have to really keep an eye on his percentage to make sure that I get the right timing for the trick room. If I pop it too early and he gets a turn with speed, we're gonna lose a turn of damage. And if I pop it too late, then everyone's mons pretty much is going to die. It would be better if we had a defogger. I believe the turn 1 reflect. We're actually going to be losing a lot of damage here without the defog. We got 88.8. What we might do if this one, we already actually had a player leave, I think it might just be best to then forfeit and come back to this. Alright guys, this is take 2 of Hypno Raid. We're gonna give this another shot. This time I'm gonna start with a defogger. Because we didn't have one last turn. Interesting team that we're seeing people bring. Again, I'm probably gonna have to watch the health to see when the trick room. Oh, T-Tar ruined the sun. That's a shame. That's unfortunate. That's gonna cut down some of our fire damage, and I can see others in the randoms also brought fire mons as well. So that is gonna cut down some damage at certain points. But we can't be too bad. At least we get a little chip damage on Hypno with the sun, but I don't think it would add up to as much as we would have gotten with our fire mons. So let's see, we got 94, we're at 94. So it's definitely not, I don't know about Trick Rooming turn 2. I don't see much on a lot of people's teams. This guy's gonna bring out T-Tar probably. Oh, my Murkrow survived. Okay. I think I will Toxic. This will at least help get some extra chip damage in. 93.5. That's 1.2. That's 2. That's 3.0. 3.8. Hypno did hurt himself in confusion though. It doesn't tell us the percentage of that though. He's at 87. Even if we get 5, that'll be 15. That would leave him at 72. So yeah, I'm not going to Trick Room this turn. We are not getting the damage that we need to stay on the normal track. – So let's go with I'm gonna go with a Sucker Punch. .5, 4.2. So it's 8. Alright, yeah, we are getting some very small amounts of damage from the other two. So man, we only just hit the hypnosis trigger. Normally, we would do a trick room on turn 2, and then everyone on turn 3 would run a sucker puncher. So regardless that we're in trick room, we would all get our priorities in, and that would trigger Hypno's trick room. The issue is that since I'm going with randoms, I can't guarantee that everyone's gonna have a sucker punch. So we have to try to time the sucker punch to what kind of damage output we think our team is going to provide. Here we have 73.4. It triggers at 60. So do I think this team can get 13.4 damage this turn? We have a Crunch, we have a Silver Wind, so it's a super effective move. One with Stab. Regardless, I have to Sucker Punch because I can't do anything else. And I really hope I do get taken out this turn because next turn is definitely going to be the time for me to probably drop Trick Room. Shift Tree can use Assurance here since I'm Sucker Punching and get Cap as well. Or I would assume Cap. Alright, so here's the Trick Room. It was unfortunate since I was stuck in my Spirit Tomb for so long. Even if I would have switched there, it still would have been a bad situation. Because my guy would have just still been out there taking damage, but wouldn't be able to get Trick Room off till next turn. My Spirit Tomb is still living. I'm probably the only one who's going to get a hit in. We are so far off track here. This is more of just a forfeit. Really, we should just forfeit. But let's play out another turn or two and see how it goes. But if we're already down to the point where we have to be using our fighting mons, then we're probably cooked. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. They have 3 mons left, none of which are going to be super impactful. Like the Hydreigon would be nice to get that final push to make the invert happen. But what we're looking for is some close combat. I would at least like to get to the point where these two randoms can see the inversion, so maybe they get a better idea. You're gonna be going fucking probably second to last and he's at... I would just do your Night Slash. Yeah. It doesn't matter anyway. Like, we're gonna be outsped. Unless we could do something about the counteracting Trick Room, but it's just so rough to time that with randoms, because their damage output is just so like varied because they're using whatever they can fit. But we do what we can. I have Trick Room, so now speed is back to its normal thing. Hypno goes this here, but he's still far above the need to switch for fighting. I will still be going last, I assume, because of the new speed thing. But we will just do this anyway. Night Slash would do 4.2. Did he just use Fly? Foul play. Rock Slide ain't no thing. Let's see, that's only, Oh, we did get the special defense drop, which is cool. I mean, we're not using any special attacks except that flamethrower, but... So here's the aversion thing, where now fighting will be the best to use. I wish I would have had a psychic move on my bell here, because that would be pretty good, but the problem is I do not. He should have been dead a long time ago. I'm going to Helping Hands. I'm going to Helping Hands this Electros to see if we can't help boost that damage. I had faith Benchino would already get Cap. Arceus got 2.4. Belair goes down. Foul play. Oh man, is Electro's going to even get an attack off before... We'll see if Cubone can kill him. Nope, alright. Oh my goodness, it has Drain Punch. I'm so glad I Helping Hand him. Good, like at least he has a fighting move. We are running out of Mons here. I'll send up my Infernape. What are we at here percentage-wise? You know what? It's gonna be tight, but we let me do some math here. Like if I get Cap at 7.4, 7.5, Drain Punch isn't going to get as much as it did last time because of the Helping Hand. So I'm thinking maybe around 2% from the Drain Punch. It might be more like 1.8. And Zora here, I don't know if he even has a fighting move. He might just... Yeah. Alright, so that's not going to really be super helpful. What's this Drain Punch going to do? Is he gonna make the Drain Punch? He should, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, 2.6. That puts him at 9.1. I have 2 Mons left. So even if I could just hit Cap with my 2 Mons, I think we got this. And I have a superpower. Let's give it a whirl. Alright, so I got 6. I didn't get 7.5 like I was hoping for. But he's at 3.1. Electros did not get an attack off. I don't know if that was his last mon or not. But as long as I can hit for over 3.1, then we will have this. The aversion is still up as far as I know. Yeah, inverted state. He has a T-Tar. So that crunch that T-Tar is probably going to do ain't going to do nothing, but we have a Sacred Sword. I only need to hit 3.1. That's all I need. And that's what we get. Alright guys, we got Hypno. This one was a little messy, but we were able to power through it. We are still in the 3-star category, so we're not really dealing with the most difficult of things. But this did take 2 tries, to be fair. My first attempt, someone did leave on like turn 1 or turn 2 or something after looking at the compositions. Alright, Hardy, which is, whatever. 3 times 31 though in special attack, defense, and speed, and it's a male. I mean, it'll make a good breeder. 29 defense too. 24 defense. HP isn't terrible. Alright, let's move on to the next raid here. Try to knock these all out before the day is over. Alright, here we are at the Golurk raid. For this, we're going to be going full rain, water team. You do want to bring some Murkrows for defogs and a later game Tailwind, just to be safe. So here I'm going to set up rain, and I'm going to go straight into a Tailwind, and the Murkrow beside me will do a defog. Defog's going to be great because it's going to make sure our Hydro Pumps hit way better, like more often, and we'll be able to get more damage than, than normal. And oh, alright. I think we might be able to pull this through. I don't see much, I don't see this really happening here. Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll be back here with attempt 2 on Golurk. Alright, here we go for attempt 2 for the Golurk. Alright, this is looking much better. We have another Murkrow in someone's group. Ooh. I'm going to... I don't have defog on him. I'm going to click Tailwind now, so he sees it, and then he will know to just click something else. The proper way to do would be to go into Link and be like, I'll Tailwind. I should have put Hydro Pump on Pelipper. In case he survives all those turns again. I'd rather see like 7 range setters on the team than a single T-Tar. So I'm happy so far with the team comp. Alright, let's see what the other two gonna come out here with. I really should have put Hydro Pump on him. Like I was talking about before, because he is surviving a couple of turns. And I mean, I wouldn't be getting Cap. And this fucking thing, holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna assume that somewhere in that mess there are enemies, and I'm going to surf in that direction. Meanwhile, we just get like front row view to this giant whale's anus. Oh, nice. Oh, the critical hit was on the Houndoom. Damn. There's the rock polish for the speed boost. Alright, we can see again because Golor killed that massive fucking whale. He just kicked the shit out of my bird. What is that? It doesn't appear in the battle text, whatever the heck he's doing. I'm going to bring out my physical attacking Swampert. Hopefully I can get a hit in before it Ami boosts and gets even more defense.
Swampert. Absol.
What is this? This is... Alright, so next turn will be our last turn of Tailwind. I'm going to just get this ready to ask if Kinky can Tailwind. Alright. Link communication is can be very important sometimes in the random battles. Especially when like everyone's rocking a Murkrow. Alright, this is going to be our last turn of Tailwind. Ooh, I sure hope this let me ask, is that your blast? I'll Tailwind. Awesome, awesome. We got it all figured out, folks. I'll Tailwind. Kiki will take over the haze since Blastoise survived. True. Actually, I think we will stick to the plan of just getting rid of this Ami boost. So we're just going to haze off all of this bad stuff. Got a little Aqua Jet damage in there. Very nice. We got rid of the status. Or the boost. 7.4 on the Razor Shell. 5.7 on the Surf. Alright, I'll just bring Blastoise out. We very well might just beat it this round. What's up? No. No, no, no. We've only done 5 turns of rain. If they have a damping rock, which I did, at the very least, that would give us 8 turns of rain. Alright, so I'm assuming it's gonna go water spout. Got the tailwind up. Sucker punch hits. 5.2. And there we go. Give a good thank you to the teammates. Thank you to Kinky B for communicating back with me. It's always the gamble if people even talk back to you in the link chat. So let's catch this Golurk and see what we got. Alright, so plus speed, minus defense, not really. Attack, defense, all, not terrible, but that wasn't too bad. We're gonna start, I believe, getting to the more annoying ones like Scolipede, but let me know what kind of raid you think were your favorites during the event. I'm not sure which one I'll pick. I'll probably give my answer at the end of all this after I replay them all. But I'm gonna move on to the next raid now and see if we can get it done in one shot. Hey guys, Editing Co here. I wanted to put all these raids into one video, but this alone is going to be about almost an hour. So I'm going to break them off into 2, maybe 3 more videos, so look out for those. And thanks again for watching.